Since well over 4 decades, Voyager 1 has strayed in quiet through the boundless blackness of space, out of the range of planets, moons, and even our sun's strength. Intended for a mission that would last 4 years, it has lasted over 40. But during 2024, something changed. After all the distorted signals and disturbed silence, NASA received something out of place. A clear, coherent message. A final message from a spaceship over 15 billion miles away from home. Not a data report, but something more, an interstellar warning. A message that can confirm what scientists have long secretly suspected, yet most of humanity still refuses to acknowledge. During the 1970s, a unique planetary alignment provided a one-time opportunity to venture through our solar system. NASA took advantage of that moment, sending 2 spacecraft, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, twin space explorers launched weeks apart, both on a mission to visit the gas giants. Voyager 1 flew by Jupiter, then Saturn, and back with pictures and information no one had ever seen. It captured volcanic activity on Io, fractured ice on Europa, and Titanian foggy, mysterious skies. What made Voyager 1 unique was the trajectory that it took. Beyond Saturn, it did not pay a visit to other worlds. It passed up and out of the solar system plane and went directly into the vast unknown, interstellar space. This technology is modest, 22 watts of power, less than a nightlight, and memory smaller than one modern photograph. But it withstood Jupiter's radiation, the cold blackness beyond Pluto, and decades of silence. When it left the edge of the solar system in 2012, it was no longer a machine. It was a relic, a ghost ship from Earth sailing into the void. In November 2023, Voyager began to behave strangely. Its normally stable signals devolved into wild noise, random, incomprehensible binary. To NASA engineers, it was as if they heard a stroke victim talking gibberish. Alive, yet out of reach. They sent command after command, and nothing worked. With the 44-hour round-trip transit time for communication, any fix was painfully slow. Many believed the mission was finally over. And then, on April 20, 2024, something amazing happened. A new signal arrived, clear, coherent, and intelligent. Defying odds, the team had remotely repaired Voyager's memory system. The spacecraft responded after 5 months of silence. But its message was not just system data. Hidden in the transmission were anomalies, strange patterns in cosmic rays, sudden plasma shifts, and a hum that had been quiet for years, now louder. That hum, a constant 3 kHz vibration, has puzzled scientists for more than a decade. It's not correlated with solar activity. It doesn't shift with Voyager's motion. It just is, constant and uninterrupted. Most wrote it off as noise, but now it's shifting, pulsating, fluctuating, almost as if it's living. Some theorize the hum is interstellar plasma waves. Some believe more is at play because the pattern is too uniform, too deliberate. Like a beat. We believed space outside the sun was silent for years. But Voyager disagrees. Outside the heliopause, the universe speaks in vibrations, in rhythms we haven't yet decoded. So what are we hearing? Supernova echoes from times past? Or something else? Whatever it is neither quiet nor random. Voyager's last transmission is perhaps communicating to us what some scientists have only dared to whisper in an audience of one. We are not alone. Along the way, Voyager has been a messenger not just of the planets but of us. Its iconic photo of Earth, the pale blue, was more than a reminder of our fragility. It was an invitation to humility, to see how truly precarious our place in the universe really is. And now, with its final act of perseverance, it's revealing to us what's out there. A space more agitated, more energetic, and more mysterious than we ever dared imagine. This latest sign wasn't merely scientific data. It was evidence that the universe beyond our solar bubble is not only active but also hostile. That radiation bursts, plasma currents run, and that Earth, in comparison, is exposed and naked. And yet, despite the warning, we are distracted. As Voyager whispers across time and space, powered by rotting plutonium and magnetic tape, we barely listen. Media celebrated the technical marvel of restoring contact. But buried in the raw data was something much more profound. Bizarre pulses, plasma activity that violates known cycles, and fluctuations suggesting a shockwave from some ancient cosmic event, or a boundary we did not know we had. Others believe Voyager has arrived at the edge of something, maybe even something man-made, not natural. Not necessarily intelligent, but organized, repeated, formatted. The information doesn't scream alien, but it doesn't whisper noise either. It resonates, it throbs, like a beat yet to be heard. And anyway, Voyager is not merely sending, perhaps it is getting. Seeing something enormous and strange, sending not signals, but a story. A report from the edge of a world we barely understand. We believed for decades that the vacuum of space is empty. No observer, no sound, no voice. But Voyager tells us otherwise. Its sensors still pick up the movement of solar storms, the tremor of plasma waves, and the pressure of invisible forces that wander like breath. And the hum, that perpetual drone we assumed, is changing. Just barely audibly. Pitch, rhythm, volume fluctuations. Tiny, virtual, imperceptible modifications that suggest engagement, a reaction, an exchange. Each Voyager contains a golden record, a message in a bottle. Sounds, words, images, and greetings from Earth. Not to be found, but to be something if it ever is. But now, that message sounds more like a eulogy and less like a hello. A floating memorial to a civilization that could be extinct when the record is discovered. One engineer just called it recently, our tombstone in motion. Because Voyager doesn't merely carry instruments. It carries our identity, who we were, what we valued, what we wished someone, somewhere to remember. So when Voyager sings back, beats back, breathes back softly through the cold, we have to ask, what if something is hearing? And what if it's already responded? As Voyager 1 approaches its inevitable shutdown in 2025, its instruments will shut down one by one. Its batteries will drain. Eventually, the last signal will depart its antenna, and then silence. Forever. But in that silence, in the coming one, the Voyager has already given us its greatest gift. Not discoveries or data, but a reminder that we are vulnerable, that the universe is alive, and that we are not so alone as we imagine. Voyager didn't just pass through space. It spoke to us about how short our attention span has become, spoke to us about how we ignore warnings because they don't fit into our comfort zone. And now, as its final chapter is being written, it sends a pulse. Not a warning, not a call for help, but proof. Proof that the universe is not empty. Proof that space is not silent. Proof that something is out there. Now, Voyager 1 continues to travel, a tiny machine, 15 billion miles from home, floating in the emptiness alone. No mission control. No daily status reports. Just engineers sending commands into space, waiting for a response. And yet, it continues, listening, staring. Not because it knows why, but because we told it to. Because we had faith in something more. Consider it, a 1970s-era spacecraft, fueled by waning radioactive heat and tape memory, still traveling through a region of space no human will ever have the chance to see. Voyager 1 has outlasted every known influence, escaped every planetary chain. It is humanity's farthest extension of curiosity, and perhaps the only extension of us that will survive. And now, in its final message, it gives us not photographs or numbers, but a beat, a vibration, a kind of signature from the universe itself. What it means, we may perhaps never fully understand. Perhaps it is not to be understood. Perhaps it is only to be heard. Voyager 1 will never come back. It will not touch foreign soil. It will not take selfies near a far-off star. It will wander eternally, into a quiet so profound even light takes thousands of years to span. But as it went away, it gave us something unique. A dying whisper, not in words, but in vibrations, in hums, in echoes that are unexplained. And maybe that's the message. Maybe Voyager was not meant to look for what's out there, but to reflect what's in here. How we handle knowledge. How quickly we turn our backs on mystery. How easily we ignore the signal hidden in the static. Voyager 1 has validated what we've tried to refute, that the universe is alive, that silence is not silence, and that the universe has always been speaking, even when we no longer hear it. So what do you think? Is this final message an unusual scientific anomaly, or something more? Are we reading meaning into static, or finally beginning to listen to the universe? Leave your comments in the section below. If you believe that space still has stories to tell,